Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we are going to experiment with Glasspool Mimic, the newest card, the hottest card. Oh god, I gotta...
They know what it is.
No, they don't. Well, they probably do. I've talked about it enough. Glasspool Mimic, the newest card printed from Zendikar Rising. Is this a card that can be adopted to the Merfolk archetype, be part of our toolbox, copy our Lords, copy our Master of Waves, copy our Brazen Borrowers, our Mutavaults, without being vulnerable like Phantasmal Images? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to find out. Before we get into our deck tech, we are going to thank our sponsors, the manabase.com, the content site, helping you take your game higher with Commander. Make sure your deck is tuned to the way that you want it. Mod content on Pioneer, Modern, and more. The Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. And you can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or you can get 20% off your first 3 months by using my coupon code Nikachu. I'm going to thank Mana Traders for being our sponsor. And we got a new patron supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support on Patreon, and also the Twitch subscribers on Twitch. But we're going to thank Chris Yedinak for supporting the channel on Patreon. So here's the deal. Okay, so, and I'd be curious we're going to experiment with this, and the vote on Twitch was like, this should be a 1 game a day format thing for experimentation. I don't know. Let me know on YouTube if you like to see experimentation 1 game a day, or you would prefer to see solid known lists, you know, tested and true lists 1 game a day, and then the experimentation could be in those 1 league a day videos. I'm very curious to know about that feedback. But this week we are going to test Glasspool Mimic. Again, I'm going to pull this over. So this is a land that also doubles as a clone. It will do 2 things. First off, Merfolk loves clones. It's actually good for the Merfolk deck. It's a pseudo Lord. So we don't have to play more Lords in the... We don't need to play more Lords here. We can just play more Glasspool Mimics. But in addition to that, it's a land. So Glasspool Mimic gets to be part of our mana base. And I have to say, 20 lands, like I was talking about this before, Merfolk is the only deck in Modern that plays 20, is the only Vile deck that has the least number of lands. We play 20 lands. Every other deck plays 22 or more mana sources. Like Humans has 19 lands, 4 Noble Hierarchs, 4 Aether Vials going to 27, and they don't flood out because a portion of their mana base is a threat in itself. So, and of course we do have things like Mutavault as well being a threat in itself, but it's not enough. We do get choked on mana, so I'm very interested to see how Glasspool Mimic is going to work as both a land and a threat, helping us curve out. And because we're playing with 22 lands, we'll try out Master of Waves. It's not going to be stuck in our hand as often. Well, I'm just gonna see how this works out. We have clones to we have a clone now to copy it, so I'm not super high on Master of Waves, but this is sort of an experimentation video, so let's see how Master of Waves works out in a 22 land deck.
After it gets turned into a creature, you can still tap it for land? After it gets turned into a creature, you can still tap it for land?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you have to choose. You either choose the land part or you choose the creature part.
Oh, come on, give us the Noble Hierarch.
Bishark says Mimic feels great. So we already have a plus on Mimic. So I understand, Bishark, you're experimenting with Simic Merfolk. I can't really see this card in Simic Merfolk. That's why I'm trying it in mono blue right now. I mean, maybe I'm just wrong, but I know with my extensive playtesting with Simic, I don't want any lands coming into play tapped, and then if I don't take out any of my mana base and I have to chew away my creatures, like maybe I can take out a Merfolk Mistbinder, but aside from that, I want to keep all my disruption. I guess the only other card I'd cut is something like Smuggler's Copter. Oh, Bishark, you're on mono blue? Alright. So first off, I'm not really sold on my list. I don't know if Biomancer is necessary. Maybe Deprive could go main, and there is, by the way, some synergy between Deprive and Glasspool Mimic, because you can play Glasspool Mimic as a Glasspool Shore, as a land, then later on in the game, Deprive, counter the spell, return this land back to your hand, and then replay it as the clone. So there's that interaction that's very, very important. I'm trying to port some ideas that I have from Simic, so a lot of my Game 1 victories are coming from a 1-drop. Now, I don't know how important a 1-drop is going to be to this deck, because a portion of our mana base comes into play tap turn 1. But whatever. I'm going to see how it works with the tapped lands. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe it's going to be too clunky. So Bishark says, no one drop for me, but I am on the 8 of the flip. Oh, 8 of the flip lands. That's a lot of flip lands. That's aggressive. Bishark's playing with the random 4/3 creature. All right, that's our deck tech. Let's get into our Modern League. So we won the die roll, or we're up against a Lurrus deck. I can keep this because we have one. This is definitely a hand where I want Glasspool Mimic, but whatever. This is definitely a Glasspool Mimic hand. So I'm going to keep this only because I have something to do on turn 1 if I do nothing at all.
Up against Oliver Hart, the lesser-known Hart brother.
Yeah.
Owen's dead. Who knows what Brett's doing?
Signing things. Swift Spear. As expected. I guess I'll play this.
Against Prowse? It ain't bad.
It might be bad.
2 creatures, double creatures.
Verdant Catacombs. Are we up against like Jund Prowess or something? I really need... We're probably going to get killed. Actually, no, do you know what? I've... The more I play against like Rakdos Prowess, the more I realize that Chalice is just terrible against them. It's really bad. I would not bring in Chalice anymore against Prowess. This is a brutal start for us. At least we're on the play. Thank God for that.
One more land and you can bounce.
Oh yeah, I'm going to bounce one of these creatures. So valuable. Okay, if we can definitely... If they don't have... Okay, this is not useless. Okay, am I blocking? Absolutely not. That is definitely not happening, so I better attack. There's no... If you're not going to block, you better attack. Simple as that. What are you going to do? You have Gut Shot? I was prepared for Gut Shot, by the way. Actually, maybe I wasn't. They have Soulscar Mage. If they Gut Shot this, it would just get smaller. Well, you know what? There is one downside to this. If this does expose it to removal spells. Whatever.
You have to draw the cards first before you can play them. Rule number 1.
Yeah, they'll have them. What's with this? This is a brutal start for us. This is incredibly powerful.
Oof. That shouldn't count towards prowess.
Well, it does.
Spells shouldn't count. You should have to pay something.
I'm definitely bouncing one of these stupid things. We're gonna. So outside of that, though, we're gonna take like 9 damage. Okay, so we're gonna do the fake block. And we'll bounce the Soulscar Mage because this is the creature that will have Summoning Sickness. This be a lot of damage. Maybe I should have thrown the Benthic Biomancer away. This is 5, 8, 11. You know, makes a pretty good argument for me to just bounce this thing, save 5 life, take 6, go to 11. Because I might stabilize with Master of Waves, to be honest. If they want to throw one more prowess thing out, I'll bounce this. What is this, Teamer Battle Rage or something? It is Teamer Battle Rage. And it's going on this creature. That's pretty smart. So this is the one that's worth the most damage.
It's empty-handed.
So it's a good way to hedge against, say, even Dismember.
He doesn't know about your fairy.
So I take 10. I mean, I have to keep the damage as low as possible.
Hello, Mr. Branchwalker. In an alternate universe, I play mono red prowess with Memnite and Ornithopter.
In my brother's world, that's a reality.
All things considered, he's evening out his own life total for you.
Okay, so turn off auto yield. So we're going to do the old trick of tapping this vial. Can I tap it yet? I have to stack the triggers first. So we're going to do the old trick of tapping. This is not a trick we haven't seen in a very long time because I haven't played Master of Waves in a very long time. So I will be tapping this vial, and I'm going to be taking it up to 3 because we have Master of Waves. So at least I use up my vial on 2, and then both of them will go up. It's not really the 2-drop I wanted. Good loot with Benthic Biomancer. Honestly, I'm so close to killing them, to be honest. I'm like I'm really close to killing them. They're at 10. I mean, I can swing for 5 here. If only I had like a Lord or something.
You could gamble with Benny's ability.
So they have 1 Swift Spear in hand. That sort of sucks. Well, this trick I learned on my own. That was such a good level up moment. Congratulations. We have not cast a Glasspool Mimic yet. How to...
Could just pass the toy.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to attempt to block stuff. And then on the very last turn, I hope I draw a land so I can just cast Brazen Bar or cast Master of Waves and that'll be it. So I'm going to attempt to block 2 of these prowess creatures because with 3 cards in hand, 1 Swift, like they have 1 Swift Spear in hand. You have Death Shadow in this deck too? And Swift Spear. What do you want to do? Come at me, bro. Huh? Come on. Come on. Let's go. No? You scared? You got scared all of a sudden? Cold feet? They're dead.
He just doesn't know.
They will in a moment. And the prowess deck does that. They know they're in deep shit. They need to top deck Team or Battle Rage. Alright, Master of Waves is about to show why he's the master! The master, people! Oh, we got this Cavern of Souls too. This is beautiful. Alright, Cavern of Souls, Fairy. Why? They don't even have Fairy as an option. Why not?
It's 2 more pips.
It is 2 more pips. It is everything. It's that synergy that was talked about earlier.
That's what I'm referencing.
I actually might as well tap the Brazen Bar. I can't block with Brazen Bar, so I might as well not. Just think, whatever. Should be good enough. I will not loot. Because there's 0 chance that there's anything that's going to be better than Master of Waves in this moment.
3 in the air.
3 in the air.
Can't
A
touch
billion on the... we might as well play... I guess we just play Master of Waves right now. Just in case they play like a red burn spell on one of these creatures. Master of Waves is absolutely my favorite card. I mean, this... Now my opponent's like... Oh, fuck! Unless they top deck Fatal Push.
No,
see? That's what the Master of Waves does. That's what Master of Waves does. So we didn't ramp into you with Glasspool Mimic like I wanted to, but I guess we're just going to take it. So cards that we want. Okay, so this is a matchup where I'll definitely shave on Vile. So here, okay, so, well, I mean, this is Prowess Shadow, but I have found that the Rakdos version of Prowess is the one that I'm winning the most against because it plays more like an attrition-based deck than like a Prowess deck. They've got like more removal, Thoughtseize, stuff like that, but that doesn't affect our creatures on the battlefield. So I've taken a much more attrition-based approach to the matchup. I'll take out like a Cavern of Souls, for example. I need the card view. Who the hell wants list view? Nobody wants list view. It's awful. And also, Spreading Seas is a decent chunk of disruption as well. Pretty sure. Oh, this deck might end up playing Scourge. I'm gonna take out Brazen Borrower for Ether Gust, which I think is an upgrade here. Dismember's fine. I'll take out one. Actually, it's the 1-drops that are really bad. And oh, do I want Relic here? I don't know if this version is gonna play Croxa or not. It definitely plays Lurrus.
Lightning Skelemental.
I guess I can bring the Borrowers back in. So the one thing I found with, like, okay, so first off, Chalice of the Void just doesn't work. I mean, I've played it a million times, and the last draw was the recent challenge I played in, and I beat Rakdos Prowess, except for I won 2-1, and the only match I lost was when I had Chalice of the Void out. Again, they can just ignore it if they want to, or they'll have an answer to it when they 2-for-1 you. But it's really hard to beat Relic, and Relic does interact with them. They have Lurrus in their deck. Either Lurrus or Croxa or like Mishra's Bauble or something. It's not gonna do nothing, and you can always sacrifice it. Now Deprive is not a bad card here. Maybe I want some Deprives. Well, it's bad. Against normal Shadow, it's fine. Whatever. I'll just play it like this. And also Spreading Seas is a beating. Spreading Seas is very strong. Quantum Bird, we cannot keep a 1-land Vile hand, so the 22 lands are nice in Thoughtseize matchups. I disagree. I keep 1-land Vile hands all the time. Especially in attrition-based matchups. Yeah, sometimes they'll blow up the land, sometimes they Inquisition it, but I mean, even when they do, I win. I have a lot of wins. Those are the like, this debate has been around for years, like 5 years. It really burns in your mind when you lose on the draw against the... Absolutely. You're up against a Thoughtseize deck. That means that they're going to grind you out with tons of removal. And the type of hand that you're going to want to have is a hand that's threat dense. I would rather have a 1-lander on the draw than to have like a 4-lander on the draw after I mulligan. And I even tuck one of the lands away. Because then I have 3 lands left. And I have 3 threats, then they Thoughtseize one of them away, and I only have 2 threats left. So in that game, I think I'm going to lose more often than when I have a million threats. Now, I admit, it's more awkward, but still. We're going to mulligan this hand. This is not good. And this hand is fine. Not a lot of threats, but I'll take it. And I guess we'll dump the Cavernous Souls because it's not necessary in this matchup. So Spreading Seas hopefully going to slow them down. They had the most busted start that game. So it makes me believe that they don't have the new creature in this. Well, they might. They might have the new creature in this deck. Because the first land guaranteed that I'd 1-land. I will not force myself into a 1-lander, but as a backup plan, I will. Let's say I mulligan to 5. I can keep a 1-lander on 5. I might even keep a 1-lander at 6, but I'm willing to toss away a 1-lander on the draw at 7. Oh, shoot, you're right. I had the Mimic.
It's new.
It's new. I tossed away a keepable hand. I'm looking for lands. I see 1-lander and my brain goes, we have to mulligan this hand. So I already wasted a Mimic opportunity. So I think that's what Quantum Bird was talking about. Yeah, there was a Glasspool Mimic in the first hand. Chad is smarter than me. Alright, we already wasted an opportunity to see Mimic is a land. M. Hayashi is playing 4 of the 2 mana 4/4, but he's still on mono red.
M. Hayashi.
M. Hayashi tries a lot of stuff.
You're on YouTube now. His first name's Math. Didn't see that one coming.
M. Hayashi, if you're watching this, you should change your channel name to M. Hayashi, because everyone knows you as M. Hayashi. Alright, get smack for 2. Oh, we got Glasspool Mimic anyway. Which is, actually, how am I going to play this? Probably I'm just going to keep this as a creature. I got to get used to this thing being a creature.
A land.
Double Swift. So yeah, this thing as a land. See, it's not easy. It's not easy. Aha, it's true. The comments on the videos are, I couldn't find your YouTube. It's all about marketing. No one knows who Magic Matt is. Everyone knows who Emayashi is. So I have an awkward decision here. Because I really do want to slow these stupid Swift Spears down. Maybe this makes my decision easier. I'm gonna spreading. So,
Yeah, do it.
it's also very dangerous. What I really like is
One
that
drop.
they're actually helping us by a lot. I took the 1-drops out. We don't have 1-drops anymore. At least we got M Hayashi in all the video titles. Yes, that does help.
Okay, no land drop. Come on.
This is a very risky move for me playing Spreading Seas here. But the problem is if I don't play Spreading Seas... Oh, that doesn't look good. Alright. We are almost dead. This Waterlogged Grove looks really bad. Spreading Seas? Well, we're dead to any burn spell. Anything. Well, don't worry about bumping the night. We got that covered.
Maybe you can just tap both of them at upkeep.
I just have to hope my opponent has no burn spells. No bolt, no nothing. Another Mishra's Bauble. Because I can Trickster go down to 1. That's not too big of a problem. Oh, you know what? I missed an opportunity to play the Relic. I mean, I'm not doing anything with this.
You got it? Boop.
Well, I have to... Oh, well, yeah, of course it won't automatically do it. Okay, that gets tapped down.
Might as well go for gold.
Oh, yeah, do we? I'm gonna let my opponent attack.
You can bring out Silvergale card draw and just use it for blocker.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray that our opponent cannot use their mana here, and I will go for a double block. They just have bolt, it doesn't matter.
What were you slow rolling, you?
Well, no, they have to wait until I'm, like, max tapped out. Okay, on the play, I sort of want a little bit more mana. But not really. I think this is fine. MTG bot is still broken? Prowess creatures are difficult to beat. Hope people keep track of the clones. Yeah, we're going to keep track of the clones. Okay, I'm going to look very closely at my opening hand to see if it has Glasspool Mimic or not. This is definitely not the matchup for Glasspool Mimic, because you do not want to be so clunky. I should build a commander deck that combines all the effects that make copy effects extra confusing. Well, we do have our extra land here. The only thing that sucks is I really want to turn 2 Spreading Seas. Well, anyway, and this makes us deal damage. I'm gonna keep it. It's awkward. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. It's awkward. It's very awkward. It's very, very awkward. One lander that isn't actually a one lander. But remember, the first game we won because we had, like, double vial. Pending what we draw, I might be able to hold on to the Glasspool Mimic anyway. Finally, we get to see Glasspool Mimic played as a land. Hold on, if I'm not mistaken, can we vial this in play? This is a CMC of 3, right? Game 3, yeah, we're on game 3, Nardoto. That's actually going to be good with our double vial hand. Our opponent's thinking really hard about this.
He's a quadruple cure.
It's possible. You can play as many as you want so long as you're not in the same event.
I should try that.
I'm more excited to flicker the land side into a creature, honestly. That sounds very fancy. Unless maybe you're in Death and Taxes, so in that case it might be a free roll because you're already playing with Flicker Wisp. Flash Borrower, then Ether Vial Mimic. It's yes. So I'm not thrilled with this hand, but it's a hand. I really wish this Waterlog Grove was not Waterlog Grove. But that's why I only have 2 in the deck. They are quite a liability. That's why I'm playing 8 flip lands, get to play a blue Collected Company. I just mean if we had to put a Vial on 3, it gives us more options. Get to play a blue Collected Company. Oh, they didn't put the Swamp out. How dare you. I can't put always yield because we do have... Ooh, that's nice. Excellent. Okay, that will slow them down.
Eat that.
Yeah,
bite. Oh, yeah.
Bite me. The Scourge of the Skyclaves. So what is this normally? Each equal to 20 minus the... So this just dies to Trickster, right? Trickster just kills it on the spot. That's hilarious. Nice card. Should have sided that out, honestly. So this used to be a thing where like Tarmogoyf was a deal. Tarmogoyf used to die to Trickster because of a Moto bug when it wasn't supposed to, but this is literally star, so it's just gonna die. Okay, I have Brazen Borrower, which I think is fine for bouncing the Swift Spear if the Swift Spear gets out of control, and if it doesn't, I can just Trickster this and then Violin like Silvergill Adapt and get on with our game. R&D wants to bonk Trickster, yeah.
What's this about Sunday?
I probably... Do you know what? Hold on, turn off auto yields. I'm actually going to put this Glasspool Mimic in play. Because I really don't want to be taking damage from this. And I don't think I'm going to be cloning anything. And I can at least exchange this Waterlog Grove. So turn off auto yields. Turn them off. I don't want to skip through my turn. Get to my second main and we'll play a Glasspool Mimic. Aha! Glasspool Mimic sees play.
Glasspool copy Lord of the Lands.
No, I'm not going to tick this Vial up. Or I would rather not. I really just don't want to be taking any more damage from Waterlog Grove. Thought sees me.
Well, now you gotta act.
That's interesting. So I can bounce Swift Spear, Trickster, Scourge, and hopefully they can't do anything.
You're probably just gonna take your Lord.
If they take Silver Gill Adept, I mean, that's a thing they can do. I just want to reduce the amount of damage that I take. They'll probably take Silver Gill Adept. But if they do, I can play Lord of Atlantis, attack with our Trickster, play Brazen Borrower.
He has no use for blue mana. You can deal with everything on the board.
I mean, I don't have a second Spreading Seas. But the thing is, playing Silver Gill Adept is appealing. Because it is card draw. Yeah, okay, let's just take advantage of the card draw. I'm going to hope our opponent doesn't have any more removal in hand. And we can still double block this Swift Spear. Whoa! Ho, ho. Now they're going to have a really hard time deciding what they want to take. Okay. Poof. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye! Straight to the graveyard. Nice. That's the power of Merfolk right there.
Yeah, we've seen a pretty stacked hand.
It is a stacked hand. They might have more lands. Okay, they have to have more lands. There's no way they can make that move without more lands. No, okay, they just realized, wait a minute, I don't have more lands, and I'm dead. I'm never, there's no way I'm going to beat that. Or maybe they misclicked. They meant to click this, and they realized the Brazen Bar was in the graveyard. Definitely that. Basically, that was terrible. Trickster, and they realized, I think they misclicked this. I think they misclicked this. Or maybe they just realized after the fact that Spreading Seas was about to just completely wreck them and they can't do anything about this game. Well, anyway, yeah, still doing okay against Rakdos Prowess. And even though this is like the Death Shadow version, you just play it like it's Death Shadow, basically. That's how I'm doing it. I'm trying to play a little bit more like it's Death Shadow instead of it playing against it like it's a Prowess deck. And maybe I should keep all the Ether Vials in and just shave on some other lands. Keep the glass... Well, I don't know. I don't know what the correct strategy is yet. But I still like Ether Vial in these sort of attrition-based tempo decks. Because you can play multiple things a turn and it still works out. So, for everyone on Twitch, we're going to keep streaming. But for everyone on YouTube, that's the game for today. We're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. And we're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This is Nikachu with his brother, playing Glasspool Mimic in Merfolk and Modern.